Good evening, my dear friends. We've come far together, haven't we? Tonight, we reach the pinnacle of our journey, the truth of who you are. You are not a mere man or woman struggling through this world. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are God, dreaming this life, and it's time to awaken to your true nature. Over these weeks, we've explored the power of imagination creating reality. We've talked about assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, living in a new state of consciousness, feeling the reality of your desires, resting in that feeling, revising the past, speaking words of power, seeing relationships as mirrors of your inner state, and trusting the bridge of incidents to bring your imaginal acts into form. Each step has been a stepping stone, leading you to this moment, the moment of awakening. The Bible says in Psalm 82, "Ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High." But what does this mean? It means you are the creator of your reality. It means there is no power outside of you determining your fate. It means your imagination is God, the operant power in your life. Everything you see in this world, every experience you have, begins here, in the mind of you, the dreamer. For too long, you've lived as if you were separate from this power. You've looked to the world for permission, for validation, for proof that your desires can come true. But I say to you, stop looking outward, look within. Your imagination is the source of all things. It's the womb of creation. When you imagine something and feel its reality, you are God creating. There is no other creator. There is no other power. There is only you, God dreaming this life, and the world is your dream. Let me share with you something personal. Many years ago, I had an experience, a moment of awakening that changed me forever. I was lying in my bed one night, and suddenly, I felt myself expand. I became one with all things. I felt the pulse of the universe in my being. I knew beyond any doubt that I was God. Not Neville, the man, but the consciousness within me, the imagination that creates all things. And in that moment, I understood. There is no separation. There is no limit. There is only God. And God is man's imagination, dreaming the dream of life. This is the truth I want you to awaken to tonight. You are not small. You are not powerless. You are the operant power in your world. Every desire you have, every dream you dream, you have the power to bring into being, not through struggle, not through begging the world to change, but through the simple act of imagining with faith. When you imagine something and feel its reality, you are exercising your divine power. You are God creating, and nothing is impossible to you. The world will tell you otherwise. It will say you're just a body, just a person with limitations, just a speck in the grand scheme of things. But I say to you, that's the illusion. That's the dream you've been asleep in. The truth is, you are the dreamer. You are the creator. The world is your canvas, and your imagination is the brush. Paint what you will, but paint with faith, paint with feeling, paint with the knowing that it must come to pass. Let me tell you a story to tie all this together. I once knew a man who felt trapped in his life. He had a job he hated, a marriage that felt strained, a life that seemed small and heavy. He came to me and said, "Neville, I don't know what to do. I feel stuck." I told him, "You're not stuck. You're asleep. Awaken to who you are." I told him to imagine the life he wanted, to see himself in a fulfilling career, to feel the love in his marriage, to live in a world of joy and freedom. I told him to feel it as real, not as a wish, but as a truth, and to know that he, as God, had the power to create it. He took my words to heart. He began to imagine each night, not with desperation, but with certainty. He saw himself happy at work, heard his wife laugh with him again, felt the freedom of a life well lived. He didn't try to force the outer world to change. He changed within. And slowly, the outer world began to shift. A new job opportunity came his way, one that lit him up inside. His marriage softened as he softened his own heart. His life opened up, not because the world changed, but because he awakened to his true nature as the creator of his world. This is what I want for each of you. I want you to awaken to your divine nature. I want you to know that you are God, the God of your reality. There's no need to bow to circumstances, no need to plead with the world for scraps. You are the source. You are the power. When you imagine something and feel its reality, you are exercising your birthright as the creator. Now, how do you apply this in your own life? It's simple, but it's profound. Here's what I want you to do tonight. Choose a desire. Any desire, big or small. It doesn't matter what it is. But this time, as you imagine it fulfilled, know that you are God creating. Imagine the scene. See it, hear it, feel it, but feel it with the certainty of your divine power. If it's a new home, feel yourself living in it, knowing you've created it. If it's love, feel the warmth of it, knowing you've brought it into being. If it's success, feel the pride of it, knowing it's yours by right. And as you imagine, feel the power within you. Feel the love, the certainty, the joy of being the creator. Don't imagine as a beggar, hoping for crumbs. Imagine as God, knowing it is done. Dwell in that feeling. Let it fill you. And then rest in it. As we've learned, trust the bridge of incidents to bring it to you. Speak words that align with it. See others reflecting it back to you. But above all, know that you are the source of it all. This is not the end, my friends. It's the beginning. You've learned the tools to create the life you desire. Now go forth as awakened dreamers. Create boldly. Create beautifully. Create with love. The world is your dream, and you are its dreamer. Nothing is impossible to you when you know who you are. I leave you with this. Dare to imagine, for in imagining, you are God. When you imagine with faith, with feeling, with certainty, the world must conform. So dream well, my dear ones. Dream a world of beauty, of love, of joy. And as you awaken to your true nature, watch that world come alive around you. Until we meet again, live as the creators you are. Good night.